It is Tuesday and time to answer your medical questions with our doctor on call. Joining us today is TriHealth Dr. Irina Gagwa. Is it Irina?
Yes.
Said that right?
Yes.
I checked the last name, not the first.
Yes.
Okay, so the question we have today comes from Brenda in Northside. She's been taking blood pressure medication. She's reduced her salt take.
Yes.
Blood pressure is still too high. Let's see, the number she gave us, 143/85 range. So not astronomically high, but above where we want to be.
Okay.
What does she do now?
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I want to mention that high blood pressure is one of the most common reasons for doctors' office visits in the United States.
Okay.
And high blood pressure in general is defined as repeated measurements of blood pressure above 130/80.
Okay.
The caller is already on medication. She's reducing her salt intake. So the question is what else she can do.
Yes.
I would like to emphasize that lifestyle modifications are an important part of the therapy for high blood pressure for all individuals. And lifestyle modifications include diet high in fruits, vegetables, fish, poultry, nuts, whole grain, diet low in cholesterol, salt, saturated fats, red meat. Also, it's important to incorporate exercise, 30 to 40 minutes of aerobic exercise a day, several times a week.
Does it matter if I'm taking a brisk walk or I'm doing a yoga class?
Activity cardiovascular, for example, I tell my patients 30 minutes of brisk walking a day.
And what about breathing? When you hear, like with the yoga, you talk about just getting the breath and the relaxation from that. Does that help people?
Relaxation techniques and stress reduction is also extremely important in blood pressure control overall. I have to also emphasize abstaining from caffeine and excessive alcohol intake is important as well. And throughout this process, it's very important that individuals regularly monitor their blood pressure and communicate with the provider with regard to their progress.
Because it could be very different from one day to the next.
Correct.
I know when I go to my regular visits,
yes,
if I haven't been quiet for a while, it's just going to be higher.
yes.
And so it's the kind of the prep to make sure you get a good read.
You need to get a good read, and you need to get several reads. And you need to get reads at home as well. It's important other than the office visit. So you can average the blood pressure and come up with the treatment.
Do I have to worry about a certain vendor is selling to my doctor, so they're going to push this medication when this might be better?
I think it's extremely important to talk to a provider with these thoughts and have them guide you toward the right therapy. And
how many are out there? How many drugs do we have now for blood?
A lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
I figured.
And I will also say that despite the lifestyle modifications, if the blood pressure still remains high, then depending on how high the blood pressure is, a provider may modify the medication or add a second blood pressure medication.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you so much, doctor, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Just remember that these questions that we have are for here. You need to talk to your own doctor and make sure that you check with your doctor about what is best for you.
That's correct.